What's up, guys? I wanted to make this video and give you my thoughts on C.T. Fletcher. So C.T. Fletcher is well known among those who are familiar with the YouTube fitness community, but now more so than before, also in the public speaking, motivational speaking venue as well. So a little bit of the background that I'm aware of the guy is that he came from prisons and gangs and street life and powerlifting as well. He does hold some world records and was able to overcome that negative part of his life and now become, as I mentioned, a motivational speaker and someone who delivers his story and experience and translates that into motivation for others. So I have a lot of respect for people who can overcome such things. I know a lot of the regulars in society who haven't gone through that or can't relate to any of that criminal stuff look down on people having gone through that stuff and don't really understand that having endured it in itself is something very, very difficult, but then overcoming it and becoming something great after it, in spite of all that suffering and fucked up things, is something that I respect greatly. It's something really, really to be looked at as a great accomplishment, because it's much, much, much harder for an ex-convict to become something great than for one who was never imprisoned. It's a whole different league of difficulty and likelihood and probability. So that in itself, again, makes me respect what he's done and know that he has suffered greatly and has had to sacrifice greatly. I'm an ex-convict myself, so for those of you that have watched others of my videos, you know what my story is, and I could relate a lot to that, and I could also relate to the fact that he's trying to now help people. I'm also trying to help people. We're very different in our approaches, but the message is generally the same, that of self-improvement and that of, strengthening yourself from within. And I also appreciate the fact that a lot of what he talks about is the mental aspect of it all. People fail to realize that everything starts from the mind. And something I heard him say is, that if you don't believe that you can do something, you have already failed at it. You can't. And I agree with that. And I practiced that mindset from a long, long time ago and know with certainty that it's true. The mind is the only thing that sets the limits. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because I feel like, we are lacking in male role models, in people that someone could look to and say, regardless of where you come from and what you're enduring and what chapter of your own life you happen to be in, there's something that this man can say that you can relate to, that you could also apply in a positive way, because his message is positive. It's not negative. So regardless of the bad that we've done, what we speak of now is what you should pay attention to. And his message, I believe, is one of, wanting to sincerely help people and lead by example and, give his testimony to help others avoid what he had to go through. So I have a lot of respect for that. You guys should check some of his stuff out. He's doing big speeches now in colleges and other things like that. And I think it's someone that we should really give some respect to, regardless of his background and regardless of my background or anybody else's background. Don't judge people for what they've done in the past. We've all fucked up. Don't judge us for the one day we were at our worst. Judge us for what we are right now, what we're really about, not what we say, but what we actually do. And I see a man like him, and I see him actually doing good. I really, really do. And it's not easy to be that way. So again, check his stuff out, and hopefully you guys will agree. Thanks.